We're back inside Rinse FM, my second show of my residency. And if you caught the last one with Murky Ace, you know that here every month, the first Sunday of every month, myself, Logan Sama, we are going in depth into grime, both the history and looking forwards with some of the people that have had a seismic impact on what grime sounds like today. And I'm very, very happy to be joined by two producers who made themselves mainstays of some of the greatest shows that I have ever put together during my Kiss FM days. They really broke through a similar time, a time when grime production was looking for new sounds, new styles, and they really revitalized the scene, soundtracked a lot of incredible sets, and produced some amazing, iconic, historic records. It's my pleasure to be joined inside the studio today by Teddy Music, aka Silencer, and Rukid. Lads,
yo, Logan.
welcome.
Wagwan, what are you telling me?
It's feeling like very 2008 right now. We've got Aaron Hansen in the studio as well. It's feeling very nostalgic, but I don't want to be nostalgic today. I want to obviously pay homage and look back at what was, and we'll tell that story, but we're still going forwards together with the sound as well.
Sure.
But let's start at the start, because you guys both kind of broke through at a similar time. But do you remember like each other as producers when you were both starting out?
Yeah. Like a lot of people, like we've said it before, but a lot of people that don't know, me and Ted, we went to the same college. And he was in a different building to me, but we used to link up every lunchtime. So I was doing a music course. So in that music course, I was allowed to play music in like a room at lunchtime, so you could play it loud. And then Teddy would just come check me every.
I'm sneaking in.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is true, because he wasn't even allowed in that part of that building. You got to have a card.
It was expensive, so they separated it for the people that did the music course. And
yeah.
Obviously, I was doing ICT at the time, innit?
Okay.
So imagine having an Oyster card, and the doors open. It's like a gate. And it opens it, then you can go in. But Ted, he was there. But yeah, man, we used to always discuss, like we used to listen to your show like religiously as well, and we used to discuss a lot.
What's the
Ted,
other guy that we used to listen to as well? Is it Tootsie, DJ Tootsie or something?
Big up
Wow.
Tootsie. Do you know who else? Big up Tootsie and big up Scratcher DVA as well, because that's some of the first DJs that were actually playing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before.
Because I would definitely not have been the first person to play you guys.
No,
you were active, you were making
yeah.
beats, you were circulating them
But
around. So.
You, sorry to cut you, you were the goal. So it was like, we're getting played by these sick DJs, and it was sick, but it was like, okay, yeah, when are we going to get paid by Logan? Yes or
You
no?
know what? You was the guy that was like scouting for what was hot, but we had to get the rest of them to cook up first before he saw it to be like, yeah, I need that now. That's the kind of vibe I got from it. Like you was obviously, you had your ears out anyway, but when it started getting a bit hot, then it was like, yo, yeah, what's that one? I need that one. I need that, because we couldn't get to you like that because we didn't know how to. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it was good, man.
But you know what, Logan? It'll be interesting to know how you heard us first, like me and Ted, like separately. Yeah. How did you hear us first?
I think it would have been. It was still like MSN days then times,
Right.
like 07.
Right.
I think like obviously I met you, Rukid,
Yeah.
at community centre. Was it in Romford?
Romford Youth Club, yeah, workshop.
Yeah, but it wasn't until a couple of years later that I started playing your tracks, and I think my job, I thought at the time, was it's my job to get together what I believe and what the scene is saying is the best that we have, and present it on what is a commercial radio station to a wider audience, a new audience. So I've got to collect together what everyone is agreeing is this is what's going on at the moment, and then present it in a way that I did professionally on the radio, inform people, tell them about the releases so they can go out and buy the records and the CDs and what have you. So I was always paying attention to the pirate radio sets, the online sets, what was going on in the forums as well. Chatting to people still on like MSN Messenger as well, because a lot of producers were still active there and sending beats around with each other. And it would have just been a case of, I might have seen your name once, then I see your name twice, 3 times, 4. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I hear that tune.
Yeah.
But realistically, I'll know if I think a tune's going off in if I hear it for like 3 seconds. Because the way that we mix grime, especially for sets, like if I'm thinking about tunes for sets, I'll know whether that tune is gonna work on my set in like 3 seconds, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, is the mix levels, is it gonna sound timpan on the rest of them? Like, it could be a crazy cool melody, like top line could be cool, but if it ain't mixed appropriately, but even then, like if I get sent that tune, I'll go back and be like, what you're doing is cold, but let's get you in maybe with an engineer, get it sent off for mastering. What can we do to help to facilitate it? Because you can't just be like, I'm just gonna blank, man, your tune's not levels yet, so you can't come in.
Each one teach one. How would he know?
100%,
He might not know what's
100%.
even right. So
100%, and that's been an amazing thing in grime, like how we have all done that. Rest in peace, Terror Danger. He was great for that, like getting people 100%. In the studio and gifting them that knowledge of upping your sound quality. Joker's still doing it today, but I know Joker was doing that a long time ago as well, letting people up the levels of their production. And
the maddest thing about Terror Danger is he like the same laptop I use to record artists now with the plugins, he put them there. He put them there. If it wasn't for him, I would have had it at the time. I was struggling. So he come to my yard with his hard drive and he just started installing, and it was like, yep, you should be all right now. So now when there's certain sounds there's certain plugins that I was using on my computer now, that when I've gone back to that computer, I'm like, raw, he gave that to me way before I even acknowledged that I needed that. Do you know what I mean? So
can you guys remember when you thought, yeah, I'm in?
Again, college times. Getting stopped around college, people coming up to you in college. Like, it was mad at one point. Like, a bit surreal as well. Like, when you're at the bus stop chilling, hey man, Logan just played your tune, da da da. But then it became a thing where in college we were getting recognised, bears. Like that's my man. Like, that's da 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 da. So if you're walking down the corridor or something, people will be looking at you like, that's da 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 da.
Do you know what? I think Rookie got it probably first before I did, I think
college times, I probably got college more times, like,
and I think maybe because he was more like Essex sided, so a lot of the people he knew from around there, where I was more from Newham. So when I'm going back to my ends, they're like, yo, I just da. But then when I'm going college, some people didn't even know I was Teddy or Silent. So yeah, it was deep like that. But I think once I left, then it was like a lot of the people I knew from there were like, oh, so that was you, oh, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going there no more. I'm over there, like, yeah, give my flowers too late, but I hear it's cool, but like, that's how it was, man. It was a nice feeling, man. I think for me, that wasn't my moment when I felt like I was in. I felt like I was in when Skepta and JME invited me to Cameo's show. And then when I've gone on that show to present my beats, and Skepta said like a mad speech about me, I was like, "Rah, I think I'm part of this now. Like this is my this is it, Ted. Don't mess it up. Like this is your future from here now. Like keep it going." It was like me getting back in my car, and I think that day I was even with Spyro and was driving back, and I was just telling myself like, "Rah, this is your moment now. Someone that you aspire to be like in the music side of things is actually telling you this big." I'm gonna find it, and I'm actually gonna post it on my gram maybe today or tomorrow.
Bro, you have to have that recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find it because it was an old set, but it might be on YouTube somewhere. But I'm gonna get it and post it. But he said some mad speech and it was a heartfelt speech. That's one thing I always remember. Do you know
what else though, Logan? Yeah, I've never really felt like, me personally, I've never really felt like I've kind of reached my the peak.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I specifically said I'm in, not like
So even then it was like, right, I'm in, and obviously when people keep telling you like, yeah man, like you're sick, you're my favorite producer, man. Oh, I make beats because of you, man. Like that's when you start thinking, oh, okay, like. But even now, it still feels like surreal. If I'm being honest, like. Because I just make beats on a laptop, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still do it to this day. I know. Same with Ted. Like,
do you know what's mad? We'll get into this conversation in a bit, but I'll just spit out a little bit. There's certain people in this game that have actually said, "Rah, you're Teddy Music. I've grown up off you MCing," but we're talking 2015. So it's mad. So people didn't even know I started off as a producer first. They thought I started off as an MC first before the production. Mad. Anyways, moving back to your.
That was definitely an era.
Crazy.
Sick. Do you remember the first sort of big vocal that you guys each had that was popping off?
For me, it was Get Sing For Me. I think that was the first one when I was like, whoa. Like, and again, that was the first time I went to a proper studio and saw things getting mixed down individually. And I was like, what? Like, what's this? Because before, when you send an MC a tune, it was just like straight from the computer. and they'll just vocal it however it is. But this is the first time I went to a studio. That's the first time I actually probably made a check, and and saw it on TV and stuff. So I think that's like my first grime big tune.
And that's a great opening name. Obviously, the relationship continued in ways that you probably would have never imagined when you were making that track. But what a great, opening name to work with on that level. What about you, Teddy?
Yeah, it's a very, very tricky one, because you see my instrumentals, they were doing so much, all four of them, like World War IV, Final Lap, Treble, Peakish. They were all doing mad things to a point where I feel like it was overcrowding any vocal that came through at the time. I feel like it probably started taking off when Tempety did Boy Off the Ting.
Oh, Dirtbag.
Yeah. And we go into like PAL 2011. I think when that one came, and like Westwood and all, it was mad. Like my phone, I've never had my phone go off like this so much from people just not knowing. Even me being in university, and I'm sitting in rooms and they're all discussing. So, who made the beat for it? Oh, I don't know. Who do you think's gonna be on it? And I've got the file in my computer, like no one even knows. And it was like I'm just letting people talk and say what they wanted to say, but I knew the truth, obviously. But it was a mad feeling.
That's one I want to ask you about, actually, because people think of PAL. Obviously, it has a lot of history around it, and you're making a 2011 version. Dex made the 2004 version. Like, how did you feel doing that? Like, was there a bit of reservation, like stepping into the producer role there? Like, what's your thought process
if I'm honest, because I was young and I wasn't so tapped into that, I think it will probably be different now if someone gave me the role of trying to do that now, where I might be thinking about what if did it. But I think at the time I was just like,
pure excitement.
All right, cool. I was like, I kid you not, the call. And I said, all right, cool. And I came back 2 hours later. 2 hours later, here you go. He's like, what is this? And I was like, well, I couldn't feel, because I wasn't in it like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just thought a big MC is calling me. I love what's going on. I can't mess this up. Let me just do it. And then once I did it, and then it was like, oh my God. But when I look back now, I'm like, raw, did you actually understand the responsibility you had? Which is a very, very big responsibility, because if you messed up something that was one of the greatest grime tunes of all time, it would have looked bad on you. Do you know
How
what
did
I mean?
things change for you after that? Because obviously the name brand, I'm talking about, like, Rude Kid made the tune with Gets. That's a great, powerful name brand to be involved with. But you've produced Power 2011. There's a whole host of MCs on there. The name brand of Power in and of itself as a track is massive. What did the industry change for you?
I'm gonna keep this very, very real with you, and take it how you want. Nothing. I just got on with it. That is the dead honest truth. Nothing. Like, yeah, but no. Because from that year, what did happen? I just made more tunes. That's what it was. I just made more tunes and continued to stay with what I was doing, because I didn't want to lose that thing, because that's always going to be my foundation.
Do you feel like you could have made more of it then?
Yes, looking at it now, because I understand the avenues that I could have taken using that opportunity to be able to get myself in different rooms. But because I feel like a lot of the time we're in an industry where not everybody, this the only time I'm gonna use the word gatekeep, but we was in a time where a lot of people do gatekeep their opportunities and only select people to be able to walk in these doors. So you would never get that, oh my God, let me introduce you to this guy. Unless like you was close with them and they were like, oh, okay, I should, you know what I mean? But I wasn't really close with too many people. I was very on my own thing. And that's the only thing I would say was my downfall at the time, because I was just on my own thing. I'm not trying to mix with no one. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm just making rhythms and giving it to the DJ mates I know. Logan, Spyro, Maximum, Rude Kid, all my little pals. I'm just giving it to them, and take it how you please. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like maybe at the time a lot of these things didn't happen. But now I feel like P Money's taught me a lot of things in terms of like raw, when you've got these songs doing this and that, like reach out to people whilst you've got these things going on. And since I've been doing that, I got my publishing deal now.
Was they like your calling cards? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I've got,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because when things are going on, it's just easier for them to believe what you're saying and give you the chance because you've got things going on right
I
now.
always say it's easier to show than tell.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
tell people my ideas. I can tell people how enthusiastic I am about all sorts of things. But if I can show you it,
Right, yeah.
it's way easier to convince.
And I'll be dead honest with you. It's only until 2019, 2020 that I got to understand this all. Because before that, I wasn't trying to get in the mix of anyone. I was just minding my business, really. Going out to the festivals, watching what everyone's doing and saying, right, cool, I really want to be there. But I didn't know how. Like, a lot of people keep saying, right, you're Teddy Music, you should be there. Don't let the people fool you. Like, I don't know these guys when they're saying you should be there. I don't know them. I don't know who to shout. I don't know who to holler. It's hard like that. I don't want people... The thing is, I've come on this show today as well, yeah, to kind of explain that not everything is the way it seems. And it's going to be told in an
100%.
educational way. It's not going to be told in a way where people need to, like, look at that and think, raw, like, I need to aspire to... No, I want you to know all the things of what can happen within what's going on in grime, because I think that will help people understand and know, all right, cool, when I get in it, I'm not going to be disappointed or I'm not going to be overly excited about this. And I think that's the best way to be. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, mind me and my little speech there anyway.
Rudes, when you obviously got that introduction with Gets, you know, you got the studio experience. What was your experience like getting involved in the wider industry? You said you're just a guy that makes tunes on your laptop, but that's not all you have to be a successful creator of music in this day and age. Like, what was your journey in terms of engaging with the wider music industry?
Like even before Sing For Me, remember I had tunes like UFO, then I had bandanas on, then I had
We had an
Alien
amazing
Skank.
moment as well. I always loved that where
Yeah.
I showed UFO to Kano and he just he immediately then and there like, I want to
big up
spit on
Kane.
this.
Yeah, man. Even that, like the relationship with Kane as well, like we became cool from there. Like I just feel like from them, like Ted said, man, it's just like we just got on with it. I remember then I had the Skepta Are You Ready tune come
Yeah.
from that. I was working with Wiley from there. And I just can't even remember how many other people like we
Just
were actually
bangers.
working with, like, and just giving them tunes, and not even charging a man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
It's like we never charged, bro. Like, and I feel like a lot of up and coming producers need to really actually know this. Is like the money comes, but you have to put in the work. Like we never gave out, even to this day. Sometimes I'm just giving out tunes for free anyway. Like. But yeah, man, like Ted said, yeah, it's just like, would you just get on with it? That's what man was doing, really.
One good topic about that is the whole thing of charging for beats and that. I always tell people that it's a game of snakes and ladders, what you can use to benefit of certain moments and what you can use to, you know, like, how do I benefit off this? Like, do I charge for this or do I not? Do I do verse for verse or verse for track, or do I just do the tune with them and
in all
benefit
honesty,
off it?
is it beneficial for man?
Yeah, straight. Like you've got to think about it.
That's all it is.
It's
Like,
a game of snakes and ladders. What can you do? What ladder can you take to get? You know what I mean? And
I always hear producers over the years complaining about doing verse for verse because the artist will be quick to voice their tune, but sometimes not as quick to
no, big facts.
Yeah.
reciprocate
Big
with the
facts.
verse back.
yeah, but sometimes it's a case like they might not even like the beat, but they're not telling you because they don't know how to communicate. A lot of people in the music industry lack communication, basic communication.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like they won't tell you that they don't like the beat, send me something else, but they will just
Long it out.
I'll let you know, and long it out until you get tired. And then
Yeah, well, that from that, like we've just learnt that means there's
Yeah.
nothing that they like in that batch. 'Cause if there was, it'll be like, hey, this one here is mad.
Yeah. Sometimes you even have to gauge it. Sometimes I've gone through stages where I can send an MC like a batch of like 7-8 beats and they're not getting back to you or even replying. And then sometimes you'll wait about a month or two and be like, yo, bro, yeah, I got a new batch for you. And they're like, yeah, send it. And they send them a new batch. Like, oh, yeah, this one's hard. But why couldn't you just have said, you know what, you didn't really go too strong in the first folder. You know what? You know what I mean? And that's what part of basic communication is. You see what I'm saying? So, but I hope one day it changes though. One day it will change. Eventually it will. But it just takes some growth and time for them to understand themselves a bit more. So
You've both been successful out there DJing as well.
Yeah.
When did you both start DJing and what was that journey like for you guys?
I started DJing like 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the vinyls, on the techniques, all of that stuff there. I was DJing from that day. But then obviously, it's mad actually, because to be honest, I was an MC first, but then I started DJing. And then when I got into the DJing,
Done all of it?
Yeah, it dragged into like 2006. Yeah, 2006. That's when I made my first beat on a demo version of Fruity Loops. And then, yeah, I'd say from there, that's when it started taking off. 2007, I'd say. 2007.
Now, I don't remember the exact date, but I started on Newmark Belt Drives.
Wow.
My cousin's house.
Same.
Big up Champ, man. I was at his house a lot, and then learned from that. Then I just stopped, and then I was like, yeah, I want to start DJing again. Shout out to Pioneer. I got decks from them.
When about was this then? Because getting decks from Pioneer, you got to be
That's
a certain
like-
level.
That was like more 2016 when I thought, let me take DJing a bit serious. And then I got a radio show, and then I done every single festival like there is for years. Like I was doing every show, every like bare countries, in front of thousands of people. And then I learned, like, whoa, like maybe if I drop this tune, it's gonna go off to the wider masses. I don't have to drop certain tunes. Really, it taught me a lot on even how to make music as well.
That's the interesting thing,
Yeah.
you know, because getting that direct feedback.
Yeah,
As a DJ as well, you can test out more sounds than even you've made. That's the beautiful thing about being a DJ. You can just play anything you want, so you can really get that immediate feedback.
Like I'll show you the example. Like I done a tune called Fabric, which I gave for your thing.
Yep.
I played it at Park Life in front of about 8,000 people. I've got a video on my Instagram of it. Played it for the first time, bro. The raw was like, what? Like crazy. Like I just had to stop the tune. And I looked at my cousin like,
What's going
but
on?
if you actually go on my Instagram and look at the video, you see me going looking at him like, what? I made this in my bedroom, bro. Like,
It's
you know what I'm
mad,
saying?
it's mad.
And
Yeah.
the raw was like, it's crazy, man. Like, so yeah, man. Even doing DJ shows, it helped me a lot in my production as well, and my DJing skills and stuff, and what I should be playing out to a big crowd.
Production wise, I think like your sound's always been quite wide in terms of being within the scope of 140
Yeah.
and still grime, but it's been a very wide sound.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about tunes like Fabric's a great example, but you got stuff like Spring's a good one as well. Like
Electric.
Voices, Electric's the most obvious one at
So
the
I had
top
a lot
of the list.
stylies, like, I had the Jack Daniels 4/4
Yeah.
camera.
You got like
And then I
the
put
real
the melodic-
mellow, the open
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, yeah,
But
I
it's
did-
all
I did-
within, and that's what I love about grime. That it's a playground that you can do that in. Is that something that DJing helped you explore, or because you're
100%,
already
man.
doing that, right?
It's all like inspiration that you're taking from even going different countries, like, and it's just like I don't know what it is. Me personally, I listen to a lot of music, all different types of music as well, and I feel like that all kind of adds in to the production that I make. So yeah, man, I feel like I've never really wanted to make the same tune as the last. Like I've always wanted to keep it different. That's why I've got so many different styles. So even some people are like, bro, like, do you realize you've got so many different styles? Like, a man's been doing it for years, Logan, like, and had different styles. It's just like, I don't know how my brain works. I can't.
But you can't, because it's a unique gift that you're given.
yeah,
Like,
I
not
can't
everybody
explain
has
it.
the gift of the.
And this
to
is
be
what I
able
wanted to ask you as well, Teddy. Like, where do these ideas come from? Because some of your tunes make no sense to me that you made them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I'll get a folder from you, and 6 of them will be like, yeah, this is Silencer, Route 1 football, like scoring a goal, does the job.
Yeah.
And then there'll be 2 in there, and I'll be like, what was he on this day to make this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what happens on those days?
I think sometimes when you're just in the room on your own and you hear a sound, I really don't know how to explain it to
Like,
you.
you
I
can't
can
explain it.
open
can't explain
FL. I can be in my yard bored, and I just open FL Studios, and when it goes, I don't even remember what's happening. As soon as
No,
it does
big
that,
facts.
I don't remember nothing, and then I just look up, and I'm like, huh, and it's like 10 p.m. and I opened it at like 10 a.m. Like, and I don't know what's happened. And then I look at my phone, I'm seeing 12 missed calls. I couldn't hear anything. I don't know how to explain it. It's mad. It's like it just takes over you the minute you go into it. And that's the thing I love about, that's when I know this is for me. Like, there's no other option. It's for me. Me and a music producer and a DJ. Because even when I jump on the decks and I start DJing, I could look at the time and think, oh my God, I got 40 minutes. Oh, that's long. The minute I mix the first 3 songs, I'm like, huh? Now I'm saying it's 5 minutes. I'm trying to squeeze 15 in.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just know there's something within me that's letting me know, like, nah, this career that I have now, it was given to me, and it has never left me. From how much times I've annoyed my mum playing loud music, my neighbours, letters being sent to my yard to being taken to court because I'm playing noise too much, like everything. It's crazy. So I knew, you know what, this is for me. Just let's do it in the studio and let's keep it sweet. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, this is a good one still, man. It's yeah, man. Music.
No, we definitely put in the works, man. Like from waking up in the morning, no breakfast, nothing, computer, like straight away, beats, making rhythms. Like even I remember like going to college, the teacher's like, yeah, what did everyone do this weekend? What did you do?
I made 20
Made
tunes.
beats. What, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Like,
They don't get it.
And that's why your publishing deal come through.
But I'm just saying, like, it's fun for man, bro.
Of
like,
course.
Yeah, it's become a job, but it's actually fun.
What a blessing and a beautiful thing it is to be able to do something that we would do every day for free.
Imagine.
As a career.
Yeah, that's how it's
Wonderful.
Well,
And I feel like you have to work harder than the average job to make something
big facts
that we would do for free pay.
Exactly.
And you said that before. The money comes.
money comes.
The work is consistent.
Do you know what else, Logan?
Money
I feel
comes.
like people don't even get it. See the people that even see how man's living or whatever. It's like they just think it's just handed to you. Like it's not. We work very hard, like every day almost. It's like every day is the next goal we gotta chase.
Yeah.
We've done one thing. What am I doing next now?
Yeah.
We've done that now. What am I doing next now? It's always a chase.
There's always something to
There's
do.
always
It's
something.
crazy. Always.
I have a very specific question for you too, because I'm going to say you two are probably the first guys to do this in grime. You both had very, very distinctive sound signatures in your tracks. What was the thought process behind that? Teddy, you've got like 3.
No, the rest are just surrounding features, but the main one is the Teddy. But I think it was mainly like because the way grime used to be back in the day, it was so on the go, just with how the sets used to be. So it was almost like, if I'm gonna give you a beat, because I started realizing I made a bootleg, and it started off with a bootleg. That was my first ever beat, a bootleg. And when I made the bootleg, it got played on.
Is that the Blazer one?
Nah.
Oh, next one.
So
even
like I
before
made,
then.
so you know Dizzy Rascal HOE. I bootlegged that into a Meridian Walk style. So when I did that in the Meridian Walk style, it was just chopped up. It didn't sound too good. It was using the demo version, so it was nasty. But it was good for what it was at the time. So when it got played, I was like, raw, this is sick. And then it was gone. And then I thought in my head, what? How's anybody going to know I made that? Because I didn't really tell no one I made that. So then that's when I started getting a bit confused. So I was like, this is a bit tricky. Like, how come I just gave... And then it started getting played more and more and more. And then I was like, nah, there's something that's got to give. But then I was in the room and my sister was dropping a couple R&B joints. So when she dropped in a couple R&B joints, she played the intro. And when the intro came in and that came in, I said, hold on a second. And that's part of the creative stuff that you're like, how do you do what you do? Because how would I have noticed that? I was just chilling. But my brain was just in creative mode. So when I saw that, I said, you know what? When she leaves the room, I'm gonna rip it off the CD and I'm gonna see if I can chop it and see if I can add it. So from there, I started adding it from there. You know what I'm saying? So.
But your brain had already identified the problem. And
Right,
it's
exactly.
just processing in the back. And
Exactly.
as the solution came to you
Yeah.
from the universe on that day, you were ready to receive it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was mad because like even a lot of the tunes, think about it, back in the day, a lot of even these grime tunes on like Deja Vu and all of that were getting played. No one's saying, oh, for example, Rough Squad, Mystic Cold is coming out this date. It was almost like sometimes we had to go record shop
Someone
and
did
just
that.
be like,
There was
what?
one person doing that.
Oh yes, of course. No.
one person doing
I'm
that.
talking even way before. I'm even talking way before the Kiss thing started going.
I was doing that on Rinse. That's why I even got the Kiss show. But yeah, you're right.
You
There
know
wasn't
what? All right,
there wasn't a lot of that. You're right, 100%.
Yeah, so a lot of people weren't really trying to present it. To be honest, there was a little bit. So it would be like Rough Squad started promoting it that way, and then Roll Deep was doing it a little bit. So sometimes I just had to
And then
walk
it was
in the
just
record
like
shops.
it was like the 20 minutes at the start of the show. Yeah, this one's coming out this week.
Yeah,
this one's on
exactly,
test press.
yeah.
For anyway,
They didn't
moving
even
on.
really sound like they cared.
yeah,
so
yeah,
I wasn't really listening to it. I was just a kid. When's the MC's coming on? That's what I cared about.
yeah.
But at the same time, when I was young, I would walk in the record shop and just say, "What have you got?" And then when I hear it, I'm like, "Oh, this is the tune that these lot were playing on radio the other day."
Yeah.
And that, you know what I mean? So it was hard to get noticed because there was no sound, you didn't know who made what.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think for me, that was when I felt like, you know what, I've got to start adding it to my songs, and then I started adding it, and then the rest of it started coming like during university times when I went uni. So, but yeah, apart from that, yeah, man, that's when I realised, nah, man, something's got to happen, something's got to change, man. We've got to be getting ourselves noticed.
Nah, yeah, for me, I just always wanted to be known, bro. Like, and because all my tunes were so different, like you can't tell who made a UFO to an Bandanas On to a Sing For Me to a UFO. Like who made that? It sounds like two different producers. So every tune was Are You Ready? And I tried to take it off once, and Skepta was like, "Where's the Are You Ready, bro? You need to keep that in." Like, and then I was like, okay, so this is a proper thing. The Are You Ready thing's a proper thing. So yeah, man. Like, I mean, I got tunes without it that where it doesn't need to be there, but it's just like my name's on the thing. But yeah, the Are You Ready actually came because I needed something on my songs so people know I've made it. Yeah. That's it.
And how did you like come to the realization that you needed that on those songs at the time? Like, were you just listening to other sets, or did you have tracks that were out there beforehand that didn't have that on there?
For example, if I was listening to your show and I heard a sick beat, I wouldn't know who made it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you said it. But if you're doing a set and you played a sick tune, I wouldn't know. But then I was like, right, if I put my tag and everything, and before you drop it, are you ready? And then people know already, that Rookie tune.
I might not know what it's called, but I know who.
But I know Rookie
exactly.
made that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So even if people like, I think back in the days on your show, a lot of people used to do radio rips.
Yeah.
And so yeah, sometimes people just say, yeah, what's this tune, man? Like, you told them the name, and then the name just circulates. Like, and then that's it, man.
Bluetooth and the radio rips around.
Yeah, word of
and
mouth.
that. Yeah,
Even on like MSN days.
Yeah.
Like, what's this tune? Yeah, it's called The Best. And then
That still happens today. That even still happens today.
Yeah.
It still happens today. Oh yeah, I don't know what tune it was, but I just heard your sound and I knew it was yours.
But remember, it's got our tag on it.
Exactly.
So now people know, like, okay, my man made that.
I got to give him his flowers again, because I do remember, like, Terror had the little gremlin laugh, didn't he, in the tracks? But it weren't like as forward facing as a big vocal hook, but it was still in there a little bit more subtly, and I feel like you guys really made it prominent and a feature of the tracks as well, because like you said, we know, like, when the drops come in, it's there. At the start of the tune, it's there. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think that was for Terror Danger. I think that was enough for him anyway, in terms of like us knowing who really made the beat. You can tell
Terror had
Danger
a
beat from a mile
distinctive
away.
sound.
Yeah,
Like, you
can-
know it was a Terror beat.
Yeah,
It didn't even need the laughing thing at the beginning. Like, you can just tell it's a Terror beat.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So we're moving forwards now. You guys have been active for a long time, and you don't seem to have lost any of your enthusiasm, especially you, Teddy. You are one of the most enthusiastic, good vibes people that I have the pleasure of knowing. I've known you for a long time now.
Yeah, man.
You know, grime is a very, it's like a sine wave, like it goes up and down. Where do you guys see it in the next couple of years? Because for me, it feels like on the up again. What do you think it needs, and where do you see it going?
I'll tell you what it needs. It needs the people putting out good music. That's what it is. The sets are great, but where's the music? I feel like that's very, very important. So even if you are going on sets and doing your lyrics and bars, put it on a tune, put it on a song, put it out. Like, I think that's how this sound is going to move forward as well.
Yeah, I think we need more people listening to it. We need more people.
How do we achieve that? Because that's what everybody wants.
The music.
Right, so now a couple people well, a few artists and producers and everyone have noticed it, is that a lot of people were spending their time only being on the pirate radios and the internet radios, and they realize, hold on a second, this is not enough. We can't get enough listeners over there. Let's make it an Instagram thing. So people like Mac 10 and AG, where they've done the whole street thing on Instagram, it's allowed people to start making videos online. That started getting now traction. Now the kids are seeing it now because things are going viral. There's a lot of viral sensations with the grime thing. Now the kids are listening to grime a little bit. They might not still be going to listen to radio shows and that, but they're seeing what's going on online. So now they're aspiring to be that now, because that wasn't in their face. But now they're seeing that, they're like, okay, I want to be a grime MC now. I want to do what these guys are doing, because they're growing up and they're seeing that now. And then now it's moved on to now people doing grime sets online, videos, and everyone posting their content from the sets online, which is getting viral moments as well. So the more people are doing it, the more people are seeing that and now want to become grime MCs. That's how we're going to get people to listen to grime more. Now also, one of my biggest problems is the professionalism in grime in terms of mix downs and the masters. A lot of people are not mixing down their songs properly, so it's hard for people to listen to it on the ear. So when they hear it, they say this is noise. If it's not mixed down properly, it's going to come across to someone as noise. If the vocals are sitting so much in the beat and the beat's just overpowering, I'm going to say, what is this? I don't understand it. And what am I listening to? The beat? Or am I listening to the vocals? What is this? If it's not done professionally, people are not going to be able to listen to it. And then they just say, oh, no, grime's just a bit noisy, man. But there's plenty of ways for your stuff to get mixed for it to become, do you know what I mean?
Have you personally sort of heard tracks like that or vocals like that and reached out and offered any kind of advice? Because we're talking about that each one teach one thing,
no, that's actually a good one. I definitely can say I have, but I can't tell you right now when. So it's been a long time. I think I might need to do it more. I might need to do it more.
People and said, actually, your next tune, like, especially if the beat's mine.
Yeah.
Let my engineer do the thing, because your thing can't come out sounding like that on one of my beats, because we've gone past that. Like, so like stuff like that, I've always helped people anyway. Like, go to this engineer. He might not charge you what man pay, but it'll be something. But even then, some people are like, "What?
Yeah,
that's bears, man."
Yeah,
but it's just like, how do you expect your music to, reach a different level? But like I said, the money comes. Like, but yeah, a lot of people, I feel like, they don't put their money in their craft, like, as much.
I'm very big on treating your art like it's valuable.
Exactly.
Whether that could be money or cultural value, whatever, you have to treat it like it's valuable. Because if you're not treating it like it's valuable,
how is anyone else?
Exactly.
No
one else is
gonna... see the music I put out. My son is gonna grow up and listen back to that and be like, yeah, that's my dad's song. And if it sounded mad, distorted, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Is this what my dad was doing? Like,
yeah.
But now he can listen back to it and whatever.
Because
once it goes out to the world,
confidence.
It's out in the world now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure. No, 100% for sure. No, definitely. I think the mix downs. I think in terms of like if it's over my one, sometimes what even like the other day I gave a tune to someone and then they were like, yeah, I'm going to studio to get the song mixed. I said, no, wait, hold on. I said, I'll go get the beat mixed. And you take it to your studio. He goes, all right, cool. I got it mixed and I sent it to him. I said, here you go. Sometimes I put in money because I know where they're going. They're gonna go off and do whatever. Treat your vocals that way, but make sure my beat's sounding like this when it comes back. I let them know. Yeah. I said, make sure my beat is sounding like the way it sounds when I send it to you. If it sounds any different, don't put it out. Let me even hear it first before it comes out. Like, that's how I sometimes take control. Or like what you said, I might make them even record at my studio. Sometimes I might be like, all right, go and take the parts. Who's going to mix it? Yeah, he's credible. Go and give it to him and let them go and do it. Or sometimes if they don't know who they're going to do it, or they say, oh, my mate that does it. I said, no, wait, what, is he good? Send me a song so I can hear what they've done. I listen, I'll be like, no. Like, I've got my guy, he charges this much. Trust me and you're going to get what you pay for. Yeah. And I've done it before.
But even the engineers I use, sometimes they're credible. Like, they're sick. And sometimes they might not get the beat how I want the beat.
There
might be elements in the tune that I want heard that they've kind of EQ'd out. So even then, you go back and forth with the engineer, and then they get it right. But if your song's getting mixed by some different engineer that you have no contact with and
no communication,
and they just mix the tune how they think it should sound, and it comes out, and
they can be cold. Award-winning engineers.
It doesn't matter.
Same problem.
Same problem.
Do you know what I do though? Because now I've been aware of that. So what I do is, if I know it's going out somewhere, I'll go in my email and I'll write a little message, and then I might like have a reference and say, here's the beat of how I would like it to sound in terms of the leveling. So you can do whatever you want, get creative, but make sure the song is leveled exactly the same way this beat is here. Because obviously sometimes the beat might be weaker than the main mix, which is stronger because it's in a professional studio. So I would send them an email and say, make sure it's leveled in the same way. That's how me and my engineer get it cracking. Like I send him the reference of the beat and say, this is how it is. Make sure it's leveled the same way when it comes back. And
like it's important to send a reference of how you want your music to sound. So yeah, back to Ted, what Ted was saying, like it's very important for the music to sound polished and worth it. Like we want to listen to this. Like this is sick, man. And the way to do that is like people are just gonna hear a sick tune, sick mix down. They're gonna show their friends. Their friends are gonna be like, yeah, this is sick. And then they're gonna show their friends. And that's how they get bigger and bigger. But yeah, music is what more people need to put out.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna ask you one more question. I want to know what you guys are excited about right now today.
Musically,
yeah, we're here on the radio. I'm doing a grime show. What's got you excited about the scene, either personally, what you've seen going on?
I'll tell you what's exciting. I've heard a few MCs, we were talking about it earlier. Like I've heard a few young kids who are sick, bro. Like, and yeah, man, that's exciting. That's always good to see. Because usually it's like, who's next, man? Who's da-da-da? And I would love to hear a next producer that's making mad noise. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I haven't really heard one as of yet that's making mad noise, like the Roo Kid noise,
Yeah,
or
like
Teddy
the
noise.
wave is
Yeah,
behind them.
heard that,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like, see the noises.
He's
Us,
on
man.
this set, this guy's
that
voicing.
That would be really
Yeah,
excited to see.
yeah.
That would be really excited to see. And not just one, loads of them.
Yeah, because that was something that I really tried to engineer
Yeah.
on my Kiss shows, and I always remember looking on the forums and I'd be like, oh man, like it's a whole set of, and they'd exaggerate all the time,
Yeah.
but like I'd play 3 Predators, 3 Rude Kids, 3 Teddies, couple of Rapids, 2 Footsies on there and whatever.
Flavor D.
Oh yeah, man, it's just well.
Those are the
That's
only
what's
ones.
going in right now.
Yeah.
And it weren't going in before I was playing them. So obviously, like,
They
you
love
need
it, and that's what they
to
wanna hear.
push what is at the forefront and get it out there. And you're right. That's what we used to do in the day on pirate radio.
But Logs, what's happened? Because as far as I'm aware, I come from a place where you have a few songs, or for an artist, you have a song. You give them a song and they work on it for weeks, so you get used to the song. So when you go out and perform, we know the song. It's like nowadays, it's like you give them a song and they play it for 1 or 2 weeks and it's done. Like, how does that work? Like, because radio was always the thing to push your song for a certain amount of time till you actually are sick and tired of it. And when you go out to the festival or the concert and you hear it, you can now sing it because you know all the lyrics. Do you know what I mean?
That's very much, and that happens in clubs as well. I think that's very much because the way that people listen to music now is they want to hear what is immediately giving them that feedback. Now, unless it's like a massive, undeniable reaction to a new record, people generally want to hear what they already know. That's why you're hearing so many of these refixes, these vocal garage refix mashups, because people are programmed naturally to respond to what they recognize. Do you know what I mean? And your sound tags help that. I hear the "Are you ready?" I hear the "Wow bass." I know this is a certified thing already in the back of my subconscious. And I think it's very hard to show people new things. They're overwhelmed by so much as well. Back in the day, you only had limited avenues you could go down to find new stuff. Now I can just swipe my phone. I'm getting every second. There's more music than I have time in the day to even listen to a second of that's released every day on Bandcamp.
Crazy.
Like, so there's
That's
no
just
way.
Bandcamp, though.
And even more. Like, I'm not even talking about Spotify
Exactly,
and Apple Music. That's mental. Like loads.
Thousands and thousands of
I feel like people are too overwhelmed. It's really hard. But back in the day, you remember like when you were literally would have been kids listening to pirate radio in like 01, 02, you'd go through the FM dial, you'd hear Eskimo here, you keep going, you'll hear Eskimo again on the next station in West. Go again. the tune's playing again
Yeah.
in South. Like,
You know what it is though, Logan? See with the Eskimo thing and stuff like that. Remember that was like vinyl, right?
yes,
So it's just like you have to get that. Now you've got so many rhythms.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's so hard for it to catch on. Like, yeah, this is the tune that we have to play, and I haven't seen that yet from a producer, like you said, and I think you.
Do you know what?
agree,
And
Teddy,
I've
where, like,
thought
there's
about
that
that.
wave yet.
Like, Logs, I thought about that as well because, like, obviously the whole there's so many rhythms, and I thought to myself, I was sitting down thinking, raw, if there's so many rhythms like that out right now, how can we cut through? So you have to make sure that the sounds you're using, the minute it drops, is something that they've never really heard before. That's why.
Yeah, but that's how we got.
That's
noticed.
what That's what was great about
but
Grime
you know what it
originally,
is,
and I
but you
think
know
that
what it is?
really plays into that.
But you know what it is?
I
It's
agree,
almost
Teddy.
about like mixing things with things that you wouldn't assume. That's why, for example, I don't know if you know about it, but it's called sharpness. You know the one that goes dun, 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 dun. You wouldn't hear that dubsteppy sound with like a brass coming in. So I'm trying to like do things in a way where you're gonna hear this sound and you've never seen it go with like a dubstep bass. Because no one's really doing that right now. So when they hear that song, it's so distinctive because nobody's doing it. So I've sat down and studied it and said, you know what? I'm going to do probably about another 10, 15 of them just to see how it pans out. Because
But that's how your brain's working, bro.
yeah, for sure.
That's
for
why
sure,
you're you.
Yeah, for
You know
sure,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
But you got to remember, see our era, we had Maniac, bro.
Yeah,
Predator,
Maniac.
Teddy, Rude Kid,
Schemes.
Swifter. Like we had like,
Yeah.
like it was
There was
mad.
a
And you're
lot of
all
competition
hungry
then,
as
yeah.
well.
Hungry,
Yeah.
competition.
Because shout
Nocturnal.
out to
Like,
Maniac, bro. Like I
Like, big
would,
up Maniac.
I would be talking
Yeah.
to Maniac on MSN at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He'd have sent me 5 tunes.
Yeah.
I'll log back in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
He's got another 10 to send me, bro.
Top producer, man. Top, like,
Crazy.
I feel like Maniac, yeah, like he doesn't get the flowers he deserves in Grime. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like he is.
He always
Like-
will from me. Let me tell
Like,
you.
even from now, if
Yeah.
you hear the music back, you think, whoa, like I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to listen to Maniac's music and think this guy's scary, man.
His
He's
melodies
scary.
he was pulling off
Like,
was
everything, the
danger.
style, everything, man. So I hate
Yeah.
like Maniac, man.
Yeah, like I think at the time, yeah, I would probably say like,
Rapid.
apart from like, because obviously like I had my own peers. I had like Rude Kid, Heavy Trackers, Schemes, even before Predator, because Predator cut through probably what, like
Yeah.
2012, 2011.
Yeah.
So like all of that time of music, I would say Maniac probably was one of the only ones that made me feel like I've really got to step the levels up, bro.
Because Maniac was like a couple years ahead.
Yeah.
Of you cutting through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, and it was.
I'll
serious.
say about a year.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a year.
Of you,
Maniac.
probably. I think you
For Ted,
maybe.
what Ted was.
I
like
think
a
you
few
got a
months
year
after
on
me,
Ted.
though.
I think you got a year on
Is it?
Ted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You cut through a tiny bit, no, maybe a couple months. I'd say.
I'll say a couple months.
Yeah,
You
a
know,
couple
and
months.
remember UFO and then World War 4 was.
Yeah, I'd say a couple
Couple
months.
months,
A couple
I would
months.
say.
Probably about
Alright.
6 months.
Logan
5, 6
knows that
months.
he's thinking, yeah, bro.
It was a good time. It was
It's
a good
mad
time.
because I think we were both circulating, but
Yeah.
when he was getting his thing with you, I think I was just still murking the underground circuit before you picked up my bits. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, I definitely think, yeah, man, the scene was, it was nice, man. Like,
man.
I just really wish everything that happened, like when we're even telling the story, I just wish that can just happen all over again with
It
other
will
people.
though. I think
Because
you
I
know
don't
what?
really feel like it's happened. I don't really feel many people have a story to tell.
Nah,
That's why I'm
in terms
doing
of,
this,
like,
bro.
Yeah, like
That's why we're here.
in terms of like the producers of today, who's that Grime guy?
Nah,
Like,
they're
if
out there, they're
if
out
you're
there, bro.
listening, if
Like-
you're a Grime producer and you're listening, please, who are you? Step forward and give us a story to hear, because we've been doing this for years, and I'll be real, like it's almost like I tell you right now, and maybe this might give you a bit of motivation, but I don't really think I'm hearing anything that's making me think I need to step up the level for a long time. So now that's your task. Make me feel like I need to step up the levels, because
Get on
I
Teddy's
haven't-
neck.
Yeah, like this is what I'm waiting for. Look, even now, my sister started producing. She sent me a couple beats. I'm scared, bro. I'm shook, bro. And you know what it is? She's next door, so she's listening to what man's doing. When she's sending it back to me, I'm listening to the structure. I'm like, you heard this beat yesterday, man. Relax. But it's good that she can do it, because the minute she masters it and starts doing her thing, yo, I'll buy you a laptop and make you, because you're doing it from my phone. So I'll buy you a laptop and you can get busy, and that can be a new story to tell. Do you know what I mean? Because no one has that story. And do you know what the one thing is? I'm having this issue. It's good that we're talking about the unique side of us as producers. I've been on the phone. I won't mention no MCs, but I've been on the phone to these guys every day. We talk, and I'm arguing with the fact that why does everybody sound the same? And they're saying, well, the samples are there, innit? We can use it. So no, you can't use it. And it's not that you can't, but have that in your head. I can't use it because if I use this, I'm going to sound like them.
Yeah.
Like if you come through with your own sound, like do something that's even going to shake up the game, so we don't even have to use 808s no more. We're using your thing now because we love what you're doing. Like change the game, surprise us with something. You producers need to come across different and stop making what's already out and stop trying to sound like us or trying to sound like Skepta or using old Wiley sounds or trying to make stuff that Leo Stay Trill jumps on or trying to make stuff that Cairo Keys jumps on. Like come with your own unique sound that could be able to bring some source to the thing, because guess what? You see, when people notice you for that thing, you are gone. There's nothing no one can tell you. You are the originator of that sound and you can kill it and everyone will come to you. You're in control of what you're doing if you come with this unique sound. So I just want producers to just come across a bit more different and bring something unique to the game that can shape it and just make everyone a bit more excited about music again, you know?
I love that, Teddy. Thank you very much. We are going to jump in the mix now because all three of us like to have a mix and there are plenty of tunes to go around between the Teddy Music / Silencer and Rude Kid back catalogue. So let's get into it for the last probably half hour, 3/4 of an hour of the show. Let's see how much time we got. Let's get into it. Boop.
Production.
Sensational work. Got to turn that booth monitor down. Where are you going, bruv? Nah, you're coming back here, bro. We got one microphone. It's like way back in the day. One microphone. Thank you very much to these icons.
Big up Logan, man.
Rue Kid,
big up.
Teddy Music,
Come on.
aka Silencer, aka Mr. Wild Bass. A sensational 40 minutes in the mix. You're getting no track listing whatsoever for that, because that's how we're going on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me on the residency. Follow these men, you know where they are. You'll see them on Instagram. You'll see them all over the place. I'll be back in a month. First Sunday of the month. Right here on Rinse. Big up the Rinse family. That's it from us tonight. See you later.